So your YouTube channel is dead. It could be that you haven't uploaded for a while and you're keen to kick things off again, or maybe you've been uploading consistently, but your channel is not growing. Either way, if you're seeing no views or no YouTube growth, there are some quick and easy ways that you can kick your channel off again and give it a second lease on life. So we're gonna look at first how to revive an abandoned YouTube channel. So one that maybe previously you were consistently uploading, but you've stopped for whatever reason, and now you wanna kick it back off. And don't worry if you're in this situation, this is a really common question. But the first thing I want you to look at is the direction of the channel or the content that you're going to be uploading, is that related or relevant to the previous direction and the previous content that you were uploading before? So if the audience or the content is going to be the same, this is going to be easier. It's generally going to be faster for you to revive your channel. And the key piece then is uploading new content. Ideally getting back into a consistent upload schedule so that you're consistent, you're learning, you're feeding the algorithm so it knows that you're a channel that's creating and uploading stuff frequently, but also for your return viewers, that they can get into a rhythm, a pattern, and know when they should be checking back in on YouTube to consume your new content. Now, if your new content is going to be different, maybe you're taking a new direction on your channel, then this is really where you can have success either way. You definitely can revive a channel, even changing topics. It has been done quite a lot on the platform, and it'd be easy to find examples of channels where this has happened. But it is typically a longer process because you've already got older videos up on your channel. YouTube already has some information, some data points on who that ideal audience might be and the types of content they're interested in. Now you're kind of giving it a new set of inputs when you start uploading new, totally different content that may not be a fit for the previous audience, that it can actually take some time for YouTube and that audience to work out the new direction of your channel. So this is where if you are changing direction, it might be worth considering, is it worth starting again on a brand new channel? And for this, again, there's no right or wrong with this decision, whether you should start again from scratch or not, but I would personally be weighing up how many subscribers are on that channel? How many views is that channel currently getting, or is it actually totally dead? What's the likelihood that people are going to be interested even remotely in the new content that I'm going to be creating? And is it worth just starting again from scratch? Clean slate for YouTube, for your viewers, one specific niche or content type that's going to be appearing on that channel from day one. It might make sense to go that route. But again, if you've got a ton of subscribers or a decent following on that channel already, then it might make more sense for you in that scenario to transition your channel to the new direction. So you can have success either way, and it's really going to come down to your unique channel. But regardless of which way you go here, you want to make sure that the content that you're going to be uploading, that you are strategic about it. You're not just creating random stuff and hope that it works. There is a strategy to grow on YouTube, and that's what I'm going to help you with next. So this stuff is also going to help you if your channel is dead or getting very minimal impact, views, subscribers, and it's not growing. Whether you've stopped it all, whether you abandoned it, or whether you are uploading consistently. So let's take a step back and let's look at YouTube as a system, right? If we're going to oversimplify this, there is 3 key areas that you need to focus on. And if you're not doing well in each one of these 3 areas, it's going to be very, very hard for you to grow your channel. So the first one is to make sure that you're being strategic with the content that you're creating. And when I talk about being strategic, I mean going into it with a plan, going into it with some research, not just creating a video and hoping that it goes viral. We can be strategic with this stuff. So before every video we create, we're doing some simple keyword research, some simple topic research to make sure that we're creating stuff that we know people actually want. So this is where we can go over to the YouTube search bar. We can start to type in 3 to 5 words around our topic, around our niche, and we can see what comes up in that YouTube autofill. Those aren't random suggestions. Those are things that people have actually searched for and topics and things that people actually want. So just starting here before you go ahead and create your videos is a super powerful step that's going to mean that you're creating content that you know that people actually want. Now, this process can also help you refine the topics that you've got. So again, if you've got videos on your channel that aren't performing right now, maybe the topic of the video, the title, what you're calling it, what it is you're speaking about, or what's happening in the video, maybe it's something that either people don't want, or maybe it's something that people can't find because YouTube doesn't understand what it's about. Therefore, it doesn't understand who the ideal audience is for that content. So you could take a full step back here and go, what would I search for to find my videos? What would I be typing into YouTube to hope that my video shows up in those search results? So those key phrases or topics and things that you're finding there, knowing that, again, people want this stuff, you then use that in the title of your video, in the first couple of lines of your description. So you're passing this information not just to the viewer so they know what the content is about, but also to the YouTube algorithm. So it then knows where to place it on the platform. It can mean that YouTube's going to start to put your content in search results for those specific search phrases because it's a perfect match, but it can also help get your content into the other areas of YouTube as well. Browse, recommended, suggested, because YouTube is understanding what your content is about and therefore who should see it. The second one then is you need to make sure that your video gets clicked. So this is where having a strategy for having an effective thumbnail becomes really, really important. So your audience has a lot of options out there to click on different videos. You need to make sure that yours is grabbing their attention, that yours stands out, that they can work out if your video is for them just by looking at that thumbnail image, and really, really quickly, because attention spans are so short. Your thumbnail strategy is super important, and a lot of people don't really give it much consideration. So this is where, again, even if you nailed that first step and your video is showing up in the top spots on YouTube across the platform, if people don't click it, YouTube's gonna think it's not a fit. So they're gonna stop serving that content out. And that brings us to the third thing, which is you need to keep people watching your videos as long as they can throughout the video. Now, I'm not saying you need to make longer videos. You should make your videos as long as they need to be and no longer. So don't drag them out unnecessarily. But it's no good for you. It's no good for YouTube. It's no good for the viewer if they click on your video and they leave right away. YouTube's gonna think that that video is not a fit and it's going to stop promoting your content. So looking specifically again at reviving a channel, if you've already got videos up there on YouTube, it could be that some of those inputs, some of that information that you're providing to YouTube and the viewers might need some adjusting. So you have the ability to go back and you could do some keyword research, some topic research. Obviously you can't make changes to the actual video because that's already up there on your channel. But what could you adjust with the title? What could you adjust with the description? You could also add some tags in there to help as well. Again, to feed some information to YouTube as to what types of searches or what keywords and phrases and content types could your content or should your content be showing up for. So by going back in and by changing these things on your existing YouTube content, you can really trigger a refresh into the YouTube algorithm. And we've got quite a few examples of videos on our channel that when we released them, we got a few views on them, a little blip of traffic, and then they disappeared into the YouTube abyss. Can you imagine if we just left them and went, I guess nobody wanted that video. I guess YouTube squashing small creators, or I guess I'm not good on camera, or whatever other BS that you might be hearing or might be feeding yourself. No, what if YouTube couldn't understand your content? By being strategic with this stuff, I mean, our channel is coming up on 8 years old. We still have videos that are bringing in hundreds of views each and every day, still bringing in affiliate link clicked, still showing up and helping people with the topic of that video nearly 8 years on, from no extra input, no extra work from us. Besides the fact with some of those that we did need to go back and just adjust some of those inputs so that they were able to show up and perform for years afterwards. But the end result of going back and re-optimizing some of these videos that weren't performing is that some of them have gone on to be some of the biggest videos on our channel. So that's definitely what I'd be looking at if I'm looking to revive a channel. But I'd also be looking at what are the other tools and things that you've got access to now on YouTube that you might not have had access to before. Things like the community tab, things like YouTube Shorts, things like YouTube Stories. If you've got access to that, that you could start to use to help drive more traffic on the platform, more interaction, more engagement, to help get people back to your content as well. But the most important thing that you need to do if you are looking to revive a channel is to focus on the new content first. Yes, you can re-optimize your old stuff and you can have the return from all that investment and time that you spent making those videos that weren't performing. You can definitely re-optimize that. But the most important piece is being strategic with the new content that you're creating from here on in. Then in your extra time, spend some time then to go back and re-optimize your underperforming videos. But in my opinion, that should never be the priority over creating a new piece of content. So those are the key areas you need to focus on for reviving a channel, but also just generally for growth on YouTube. Now, if you want to learn about our entire video creation process from idea right through to upload and release and how we manage the whole thing, then check out the video that is linked on screen, and I will see you in the next one.